Okay, so can everybody see me? Chat, Peanut had to run for a second, but he'll be back in a minute. I am live. Chat room, let me know if everything is good, audio and visual. Please, because I'm going to be leaning on chat for this show. We'll see. There's an 8-second delay. Okay, good. Wonderful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to thank you, everybody. Thank you. Right now, you're looking at the NASA channel, which currently has, how many people are watching this damn thing on the NASA channel? 400,000, give or take. So I'm going to stop sharing the NASA channel, and I'm going to open with showing a video that has been around for a few years, but I want to remind people of it because I've seen way too many people comment on how the Van Allen radiation belts, which if you're in our community, you know oh so well, aren't dangerous at all. Van Allen belts aren't deadly, announced by Van Allen in 1959. And so I'm going to remind them with a little NASA video, which I'm also going to put on my channel as a standalone, but I'm going to play it here. So I'm going to pull this thing off for just a second. Let's kick this thing off. I'll say stop screen. Okay. And I am going to, we're going to pause that. And I'm going to play the Orion trial by fire video so you guys can see it. And that that'll run like 5 minutes, but you guys will understand why I'm using this. So let's say share screen, and we'll say Orion trial by fire, and we will share. And let's crank the volume up on that.
Orion is getting ready to launch. My name is Kelly Smith, and I work on navigation and guidance for Orion. Orion is NASA's next-generation spacecraft. Built with versatility in mind, it can take astronauts deeper into space than we've ever gone before, to an asteroid, or even onto Mars. For these missions, Orion has to be one tough spacecraft, withstanding high speeds, searing temperatures, and extreme radiation. Before we can send astronauts into space on Orion, we have to test all of its systems. And there's only one way to know if we got it right: fly it in space. For Orion's first flight, no astronauts will be aboard. The spacecraft is loaded with sensors to record and measure all aspects of the flight in every detail. It all begins with launch aboard a Delta IV Heavy rocket. As it punches into Earth orbit, Orion will jettison its launch abort system. The abort system is a safety feature designed to pull Orion and its crew out of danger if there were a problem with the rocket during ascent. Orion's journey is just beginning. As the spacecraft and the upper stage begin their first lap around Earth, Mission Control in Houston is monitoring the progress of the flight. Orion's over 100 miles up and going about 17,000 miles per hour. Just as it passes over the Indian Ocean, we lose communication. This is expected. The communications link we have through satellites to Orion is momentarily lost, but Orion continues to receive and process data. Its computers can handle 480 million instructions per second. Imagine you are traveling with Orion as the flight test continues. One orbit completed. Time to go. The upper stage of the rocket fires again. Like the setup for a roller coaster ride, this is the big climb we've been waiting for. We are headed 3,600 miles above Earth. 15 times higher from the planet than the International Space Station. As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous radiation. Radiation like this could harm the guidance systems, onboard computers, or other electronics on Orion. Naturally, we have to pass through this danger zone twice, once up and once back. But Orion has protection. Shielding will be put to the test as the vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation. Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space. For this flight, it's time to head home. The upper stage of the rocket triggers separation. Orion's jets fire to turn it into the proper position to re-enter Earth's atmosphere. No matter what happens now, we're coming in. 75 miles above Earth, the spacecraft enters the atmosphere. Things happen quickly. We're now traveling more than 20,000 miles per hour. Air particles pushed out of the way heat up. An envelope of hot plasma surrounds the vehicle as it plummets towards Earth. The plasma reaches temperatures of 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit, almost twice as hot as molten lava. This may be the most dangerous part of the flight. Mission Control is monitoring all the data from the spacecraft, and then we lose communication again. No data can penetrate the plasma. Orion is on its own. Orion is inside a fireball. Onboard systems ignite jets to keep the ship pointed correctly, so the specially constructed heat shield takes the full brunt of the inferno. This is the largest heat shield of its kind ever made. Orion's computers command the spacecraft to bank like an airplane, keeping a precise path to the landing site. Even though we've slowed from 20,000 miles per hour to about 300 miles per hour, we're still traveling amazingly fast. We must slow down to safely land in the ocean. Luckily, we have parachutes. Specially designed for Orion, the parachutes help us hit the brakes, but not too quickly. One day people will be aboard, so deceleration must happen in stages to keep things comfortable for the crew. The forward bay cover jettisons. Two drogue chutes deploy and slow the returning spacecraft down to 175 miles per hour. Then, the three main parachutes open. Once fully engaged, this canopy would cover an American football field. It takes parachutes this size and strength to slow our descent to 20 miles per hour, and then splashdown. For this first flight, we won't have astronauts inside, but we still have some very precious cargo. The flight data from this mission is stored inside the Orion spacecraft. While our flight might be over, there is still a lot of work to do. Onboard sensors recorded every detail, from launch to flying in space, to re-entry to landing. Flight tests are difficult and complex, but they give us confidence that the systems we have designed work under real flight conditions. It's great to be a part of this first space flight for Orion, and we're looking forward to beginning a new chapter in human space exploration.
Okay, so that was Orion Trial by Fire, and the reason why I wanted to show it was, hang on one second, let me get back to StreamYard, was because that was made 12 years ago. And I have mentioned it literally over the last decade because NASA made it, and it's been so long ago since it was made. And by the way, that Orion spacecraft that they're using, that is the Orion spacecraft, which was initially designed for Mars, which you're never, ever getting to. And they were using it for this so-called moon mission. And I've run into a number of channels that have said, well, the Van Allen belts just aren't that deadly, which was a question, as you guys know, that I posed years ago, which was, okay, are they deadly or aren't they deadly? Because if they aren't deadly, then why did NASA in the Orion Trial by Fire specifically say super deadly belts of radiation? And of course, Van Allen himself, that it's named after, Also said really, really deadly. No one should ever go through them because they're tens of thousands of miles thick, and our best speed would mean that we would spend hours inside them. And the other thing, which is what shielding are you using? Please tell me, trolls. Love to hear it. What shielding are you using? You just can't say the word layers. You just can't. The only thing that can stop radiation is lead, gold, which is twice as dense as lead, in case you want to know, and a whole bunch of water, which we use in power plants. All three of these you would never use in any sort of aerodynamic system because they're an anchor. You would never put huge amounts of weight on the top of a spacecraft or anything for that matter that was going to fly. It's a bad idea. So tell me what happens. All right, let me switch over to, oh, there's Larry. Hey, it's Larry.
Oh, hey, bud.
Hey.
Yay. Are we going to put this thing to rest today, finally?
No.
Oh, my God. You just wrecked my whole afternoon. I thought this was just the day we're just putting it to rest.
But hey, it's Nico. Yeah. Let me, I've got
Hi, are we talking about the Hills reunion?
Yes, exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
Just reality TV, right, Mark?
Yeah. Let me pull up the this. And again, this is riveting stuff here. You got the spacesuits on. Of course, if it was me, why would you ever take the spacesuits off? Why would you be wearing short sleeve shirts and khakis? This shot, which has been oh so fun. In fact, let me back up a few of what we've been looking at, going all the way back. So NASA's been doing this for like 12 hours, right? And want to point out some of the obvious things, which is no stars in space ever. Doesn't matter here or here or here. Of course, not in there. I don't know if we even saw a shot of them putting on their suits, but again, why would you ever take them off?
Those are some really cool computer screens, though.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Hey, the touch screen's great, but the resolution's so crappy we can't zoom in and see what the hell's going on with them.
I know.
Which is, and look at the frame rate right now. This is 1996 frame rate. Is that plushy toy? Oh my God, no. What is that in the corner? Doesn't really matter. So, but like when you go here, no stars in space, and I want to leave it here for a second, which is, I know that the trolls are going to come back and say, well, it's because it's being washed out by the sun. To the human eye, sure, it might be washed out by the sun, but this isn't the human eye now, is it? This is 2026 cameras. This is technology that if they wanted to mess with the exposure setting or change the saturation or whatever it is, they could pull the stars into frame whenever they want, because these things are way, 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 way better than the human eye. And they never did it once. 10 days of this crap, not once.
Yeah, and everyone really wanted to see just a shot out the window of the vast enormousness of space.
Right.
You could have done that with an iPhone, and they didn't do it.
No.
Which we already knew they weren't going to do it, but it was just like, show us like this awesomeness up and down, left and right of the universe.
Yeah.
And you could have shot on their iPhone, and they didn't do it. I mean, they fucked themselves literally on this, or maybe it wasn't contractually they had to do it. I don't know.
They gave the bare. Well, let's start from the beginning, which is, and you'll forgive me if somebody pops into. Okay, we're good. You and me. Okay, let's stream. Let's go to the beginning. The only reason, and you know this, Lowry, I talked about during the show. First off, I want to get the obvious out of the way. The only reason NASA fanboys, they even bothered faking this one at all was because it's America 250. That's it. It's the only reason we're even doing a live stream right now, because it's the 250th anniversary of the United States. It's a super big deal. I called it last year. I said, if NASA's going to go to the moon, they're going to do it this year, because there's going to be so many other things going on this year, so many distractions. It's like America first, USA, and American dominance, and that's what we're going to do. Oh no, we're not landing on the moon, and we'll get to that. Believe you me, we're going to get to that. Which is, we're just going to do a flyby on the moon. I love that blue screen there for a second. And let's zoom in a little more. And by the way, they don't ever use the right perspective. And in fact, the only reason they have this thing in frame with all the jet nozzles on it is for perspective. That's it. Remember how I said that this thing should have just been bristling with cameras. This thing should have been freaking head to toe in 4K cameras. No. And to your point, Alex, when did the astronauts walk up to the window, that tiny little window, and shoot footage outside of the window?
Yeah, it's fascinating. Again, I've been heels deep in this for a week now,
Yeah.
and it's the same stuff that we knew a lot of years ago. But now I'm watching a lot of people that aren't us.
Yeah.
They're out there like, I just want. Can you just point the camera out the window so I can see like what that galaxy over there looks like? And they aren't doing it.
Right.
And it's my question really is like, are they contractually obligated to be showing us this because they don't have a choice?
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
That's how bad the collection of evidence of the travel to a celestial body it really is. I'm just like, holy shit, dude.
They did the minimal amounts of flair to do this. Absolute bare minimum to do this. It was like, and which, that's what you do in this case. Okay, we're going to go around the moon, supposedly, and we're going to shoot from the interior. And the old interior tricks. It might as well have been the freaking ISS. Might as well have been just a little corner room of the ISS, because they use the same film techniques, same sort of plushy thing, which we'll talk about the glitching out of that. Not even the text, but the shadow thing. If you haven't seen that, and the. Almost nothing, and which is why there's so many, like you said, there's so many people out there that haven't gotten into this. Yeah, they may not be into flat Earth, but they're really questioning the space program now, because this was utterly underwhelming.
So we had cats actually in Florida that went within the 10-mile marker of watching it go up, and they actually got the footage, and you can see it's about 35,000 feet, goes up and then it goes sideways, and you can just see it's like that's not going anywhere. Yeah. You see there's an AI version of it that got like millions of hits that was like shows the smoke plume going straight up. Right. Then you've got the people shooting it on the ground, and people in Florida have been through this exercise many times. They're like, yeah, it's going sideways, not even the height of a jet airplane, which doesn't line up. It's just like they're going to dump it in the ocean. It's just what it looks like. Right.
Yeah. And also, look, if you're going to make it, I mean, you know a little bit about production value, Lowry.
Indeed.
It's been 54 years since Apollo.
Yeah.
This particular mission, this should be a freaking Floyd concert.
It should be the biggest thing ever, and nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives
I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, or maybe like what we're looking at now is like the mass not caring about our cosmology. Yeah. Maybe we'll flash people back into like, oh wait, you're telling me there's like stars and moons and things we can go land on and shit like that. They'll actually start talking about it, because like nobody, like especially if you looked at social media, everyone's like, why is everybody so freaked out about what this fucking moon thing is? Because they forgot about it. They forgot about where they lived.
Yeah, the moon. I mean, I was talking to a classroom in Utah today, and I was telling them, because they were saying, is Artemis good or bad for our group? And I'm going, are you kidding? It's great, because we were waiting for something like this, because we were so bored with what NASA. Their production has just been awful over the years. They've been doing the whole ISS thing, and we've torn that apart every single year. And then when they announced this, and again, I called it last year, I go, as soon as I saw those astronauts on the cover of Time magazine, it's like, we are.
Yeah, you knew the score. Peanut says put it on live. I don't know. Is it happening? Are we going to watch this?
What you're looking at here was about an hour ago. So let's go live.
Yeah, go live. Do it live.
All right, do it live. Yeah, let's do it live. Fuck it.
We've taken the frame rate down to 1995, which is great. Fantastic. And again, this is super, super low res. And yeah, we're going to see this for a while. And hang on, let me go back to StreamYard thing. I will talk to chat here in just a second. What Peanut said, I'll put it on live. Well, I just wanted to show people, just put up a couple points. One is no stars in space ever. No stars in space. Trolls. Look, I know you're upset that we even exist. By the way, thanks for the blue screen, guys. Which is there's no stars in space ever, and you can't tell me it's an exposure setting, because we're not using film anymore. This is live with 4K top of the line cameras, and no one's showing any stars in space. It's like, just crank the exposure settings and show us. And go Predator vision and start going through the cycles.
No, Mark. Fuck 4K. There's 8K. There's the ability to see anything you want.
Yeah,
they don't show shit.
In any frequency, infrared, ultraviolet, take your pick, Predator vision, anything, but you don't. It's the most boring So, and there's a reason why when David Weiss and I, when we did the launch 10 days ago, why we stopped at about 40 minutes in. It's like, that's it. They're not going to show us anything. It was forever before they did the interior of the crew. And by the way, it's also going to happen here where it's like, well, when the plasma hits, you're not going to see anything anyway. And it's like, okay, sure. Even though, granted, I don't even know where to start. My mind's all over the place on this one.
Okay.
And I know people are gonna be, oh, Mark, you're getting triggered. It's like, no, I'm not getting triggered. There's just too much to pick on, and I'm trying to figure out what order I want to do it in. Which is why, again, if you did not watch the opening of the show, I showed the whole Orion trial by fire video, which is a NASA-produced video that they did 12 years ago, which was them basically, and this was the exact same Orion craft that they were talking about, and they were saying the first one they did, which would have been Artemis 1, is not going to have any people in it because they don't know how to solve the radiation problem. And it's like, of the Van Allen belts, which supposedly aren't that deadly, because there's a lot of people in social media saying, no, they're not deadly. It's like, no. NASA says they're deadly. And they've been saying this for a long, long time. That's why Van Allen was so famous for mentioning it, because he goes, no, they're super deadly. And then Kennedy screws it up 1 year later. Van Allen announced it in 1959. Kennedy comes out and we choose to go to the moon this decade. Do the other thing. It's like, what the hell? And then the space program, progresses into whatever it is now. But 54 years later, after 1972 was the last time. Okay, I know I'm all over the place, but let me get my thoughts clear here. Which is 1972. The Americans come back from Apollo 17, supposedly from the moon, last mission to the moon, and it wasn't just the Americans we're talking about. Nobody else. It's not that nobody else went to the moon. Again, we're talking Russia and China and Japan and Europe and India. I don't count that Indian probe thing. That's a bunch of crap using Atari graphics. No actual footage to speak of. Which is 1972 to now, no one even tried to go to the moon. Didn't even make an attempt. And then the Americans all of a sudden just pull it out of their ass and say, oh, yeah, no, we're going 2026. Why? Well, America. Let's take.
Yeah, it's curious timing, right?
Not curious at all. We are going full blown Star Wars empire. That's what we're doing. American dominance. You might as well change the national anthem to da, 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 da. You might as well at this point, because that's what we did. First month, Venezuela oil fields. Yep, we did that in a weekend, and then we took the Ecuador oil fields without even like a day. No one even talked about it. It was like the news couldn't even catch up, and it was like, why bother? And now we're doing the whole the Iran.
What's funny? What's funny is like watching the halfways, on the social media. It's like the people that are sort of halfway. Yeah. I don't know. It's flat. I don't know. It's an ass. And like now watching them just do their thing. They're like, it's weird. It's weird, because I can't see this. I'm like, dude, would you just jump? Just take the leap. Just jump over the creek. It's already good. But watching people just they're inching. Like, I don't think it happened. It might be flat. Like, no, just jump. Just jump and save us all the bullshit.
And I've really enjoyed the last 10 days because, yeah, you're right. I don't care. It's like, how long it takes. It takes people a while to jump over to,
Yeah, it does.
Which is why my thing, I really do enjoy my latest sayings, like, because you're old enough to remember, you down with FLT? Yeah, you know me.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's good. And somebody come up with an AI version of that song. And, but when this started happening, people started looking at this, and the internet now has become really discerning. I mean, yeah, AI fools a whole bunch of people, but there's a lot of people that are looking at, because NASA couldn't use AI in this, they were in trouble, and they were doing their whole live thing, and the same sort of stuff they've been doing for the last 12-15 years. It's like, oh, hey, let's use a plushie toy with the plushie toy trick that we've done. Let's talk about the plushie toy for a second. First off, guys, why did you have to use a plushie toy that had a lot of blue and green in it at the same time? You know what that does to chroma key. You know what that does. Why in the world would you go red and black or yellow or gold or silver? Blue and green. What are you doing? Look, if I was a producer, I would just start firing people immediately. So it's like, this plushie toy, who made this? You're fired. Gone. Throw them out of the freaking studio. But where they screwed up was they did the plushie toy, and I know it's a software issue. I don't know if you saw this, Alex. where the lady was holding it and she was spinning it above her leg, above her khakis, right? And her hands, when they were touching it, her hands produced a shadow.
Yeah.
And then when she pulled her hands away from the thing, there was no shadow of the plushie toy.
Yeah.
It's like,
did you see the other take of like the controlled opposition take where like somebody had put that same thing and they had an overlay on the plushie toy, which was clearly controlled opposition, sort of like attack on the plushie toy thing that showed something on top of the plushie toy. Did you see that one?
no, I hadn't seen
Okay,
that one.
this is how the war works.
No.
They're like, we're going to make you look silly because plushie toy is really real because we have this. Well, but then you have the shadow thing. I watched it every minute, every second since this stupid thing launched off, and I'm like, dude, this is going to be hilarious. It's going to be awesome. And then at the end of the day, the internet is going to destroy this thing.
Yeah.
And like, are they? When are they supposed to come down?
Why do they have a plushie toy?
30 minutes, 35 minutes.
That is the question. Why did they?
Why do they have a
Well,
plushie
the
toy? Do they have a
plushie
cat on
toy-
board?
It was picked from
Like,
elementary
do they
school.
need somebody to like play with the plushie toy?
No, well, the plushie toy is the anti-gravity anchor of the scene, which is
You
as
need a
long as the
plushie
plushie
toy
toy
to
is
go up
spin-
here in space and be all like,
Nico,
Nico,
I need my plushie toy
Nico.
here up in space.
She doesn't have
a
headphones.
bunch of schools.
I don't have headphones. Sorry, I can't
supposedly
hear you, Mark.
submitted
Here,
items
I can
to
see your
go up,
lips
and they
moving, but I
picked
can't
it.
make out the words.
No, Peanut's saying a bunch of trolls. Say that again, Peanut.
Schools
Fuck this
submitted
troll.
toys to go up into it, and that's the one they picked from a school.
yeah.
Yeah,
So there was a whole
okay.
bunch of schools that supposedly sent in applications, like pick our plushie toy because NASA. I will give you guys this. You guys never backed away from this, and that is they go after the schools, notably grade schools, which is
kids.
NASA.
Why don't they have a Labubu?
They could have. If they had their way, they would send an
Where's their
astronaut to
beanie baby?
every public school in the country and have them sit in front of the class and go, space is great, kids. And they would do that all the time if they had the budget for it or if they had the manpower to do it, but they didn't. In this case, the plushie toy they picked, and I'm sure it was deliberate, but as long as the plushie toy's spinning subliminally, people are like, okay, all
And
right,
the
plushie
kids
toy.
just love
That's
it.
cool. At least they
Kids
didn't
love it.
perm her hair, the woman's hair. We'll work our way backwards. There should not be any hair in anything in anti-gravity ever. Their heads should be shaved. Personally, I'd go after the eyebrows too, but I know that people look weird with that eyebrows. You look like some albino. So in this case, everyone's hair should be shaved. You should treat it no different than a public swimming pool where women have to wear caps. Anyone with long hair has to wear a cap because when it breaks off in the pool, you run into it, things get weird. Long hair will clog up the filters in 2 seconds. And in a really, really small environment like this, you absolutely wouldn't have hair. Absolutely wouldn't, but everyone's got to have their own personalities. You don't want to make it too much like a futuristic dystopian thing, so you don't do it. Okay, let me get in a couple other things here. Some of the obvious stuff for the trolls, and I will look at the chat room. I swear to God. In fact, let me pull up the chat room just so I don't miss too much. And by the way, mods, please wipe out anybody in there that starts doing name calling. I'm not tolerating it today. Which is a couple things about the capsule. Which is and we talked about the Van Allen radiation belt earlier, which is there is no shielding. Everyone just says, tell me what the shield exactly. Specifically what the shielding is that stops the radiation from pummeling these guys when they enter or leave Earth's atmosphere. That you don't want to talk about that, fine. Talk to me about the pressure difference, which is if we are breathing in 14.7 pounds per square inch right now, right? Pounds, that's pretty decent pressure. And outside of this is 0 pressure. Right? It is straight up nothing. There is a massive difference, and the pressure from inside will want to go out, which is why submarines are so thick. If you ever looked at a submarine, construction of a submarine, you can look it up. They are made of heavy, heavy, heavy steel and lots of it.
They're about to separate.
The what?
They're about to separate.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care.
we have
Visually, it's not.
separation.
Is it going to be a rainbow sparkle separation? Because if not, I don't give a crap.
I don't
Weiss says let him on.
Oh, where is he?
I don't
Where
know.
is he?
Apparently he's in your back.
There he is.
Chat
Okay.
or whatever.
There he is. I'll put him right. I'm putting him above you, Larry. There you go.
Should I start talking about Weiss?
What's up?
Weiss.
What's up? This is Dave
How
Weiss. How you doing, Mark?
Are you talking about the flat Earth?
What's going on?
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
You got a blue dot?
Buy my app.
Somebody get a T-shirt. 3 for 20.
Hey, you know what I love is the before Artemis for the month coming up. All the trolls are like, what are you guys gonna do when Artemis goes off? You're gonna have to put your grift to an end, So and then after it goes off, they're like, no one wants to talk about it. They're hiding it. They're afraid, right? And they literally the top 5 hits in YouTube, Mark, are me and you talking about Artemis.
I know.
It's crazy.
I apparently you didn't know how many hits that one video got.
No, I didn't even watch
Crazy.
it.
I know. Well, I wasn't going to watch it either, but I was looking at the hit count because it was flying, and it's like, and he hasn't had one of those hit counts.
I did skim through it, and it was. They're crying. No, I actually am crying a little bit because I've been so busy this week. So many calls, so many interviews, so many videos to make. It's like I haven't slept.
Yeah,
it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, me too. It's Artemis. In fact, I talked to a high school in Utah today, and they asked me, it's like, is Artemis good or bad? Are you kidding? I go, this was Christmas came early, because we've been waiting for this, and I honestly I had mixed feelings, because again, 2026, it's like I knew they'd probably do it, but to what level would they do it? And they did not disappoint. It was just underwhelming for the last 10 days. I mean, even now, this shot right here, no one's going to ever change the crank up anything on the camera to show any stars ever. I don't care if the human eye can't see it. The camera could see it, and you're not going to show it ever, because the stars, like, why not show stars? Because the stars would have to line up in the date and time stamp perfectly at all times. And even now it'd be too much of a pain in the ass. So you're not going to do it.
Did you guys not get a notion that it was so bad that it was almost on purposely bad? I mean, that's where I'm coming from. Like, they're almost doing it like contractually. They had to do it. Like somebody's holding their balls to the fire.
I think that they can only do the bare minimum in this case, which is, let's do the kind of like the Tesla Roadster in space, if you guys remember that from some years ago, which was they did the bare minimum, same thing, no stars in space, but they had 3 HD cameras and they had the world, spinning around. But I think they were really nervous about it, and the internet still didn't buy it much. But it's a car company and it's not going anywhere. But then it's like, oh, hey, we're going to send it to Mars, and then they turn off the cameras and the show's over. Roll credits. In this case, I think they did the absolute bare minimum. But Dave, to you, there was something I mentioned to somebody yesterday. I go, you know what this thing did for me? With this whole 10-day thing showed me? It showed me you will never, and I'm speaking to NASA when I'm saying this, you will never be able to fake a moonwalk landing ever.
So real quick,
Yeah.
so supposedly within a minute, they're going to separate those 2 pieces there. I'm wondering if they're going to actually show us the separation, or if they're going to lose the feed when they do it.
If they do, we've got it covered either way. I'm going to run it. How many people are watching it on the NASA channel right now? 500,000, 600? 600,000.
And how the comment section? Oh, it's off.
I saw that. Comments are turned off, and you remember the chat room was turned on during the launch. Not now, though. Oh no, yeah. we have locked down that chat room.
I got a question for you. So this was one picture they gave us. Then 12. They made it sound like 12 hours later they gave us another picture, right?
Right.
But. So they made, so everyone's like, oh, look, 12 hours later, the clouds are still the same. But this official story now is it was minutes. It was a minute later, right? Yeah. And they just released it to us 12 hours later. Here's the question.
Nice frame rate, by the way. Watch that.
What?
It'll get better.
There. Yeah, I'm watching.
That's the live shot. Oh, that's a bunch of crap. We're going to have to go back on that one.
But I mean, the editor of NASA, like, he's the lowest form of editorial ever. Like, if you can't get these shots right, if you can't do editorial exactly right, I mean, literally, like, the shots are so bad on purpose.
Right. So check out this shot. This shot, the girl's hair floating, iconic, a woman's face profile to the whole Earth. Well, wait a minute, it's a dark Earth. This is a nighttime Earth, because it should just be a crescent to Earth. So. If this is a long exposure, how come the inside isn't long exposed?
Right.
And then the same here. If this is nighttime Earth, how come the inside wasn't exposed? And the last one is, this is a full moon, almost a full moon. Where's
Right.
the light? What's going on?
Yep.
So stupid.
Yep. It's really, really, really bad. But Peanut, remind me, because I'm looking down there, and now they're just to show you what we're not going to keep showing this. If it comes back to something interesting, we'll.
Well, there's going to be no cameras on the capsule itself.
Do you want me to back up to the?
Wait, people aren't going to be able to film it entering the atmosphere, catching on fire, and crashing into the ocean?
Here, let's do the. Let's show this again, really quick. I think it's playing, right? Yeah, it's playing. I'll pause it, but I want to look at something because something happened before it went blue screen, and I'm really curious about it. Come on. I love how the frame rate just drops to frickin' 0 when this thing starts. Come on. God damn it. One sec. You remember what it looked like, right? It shot off, and then we could actually see the bottom of it when it was was pulling away. You guys are all still there, right?
Yes.
No, we're gone.
Okay. Well, because I'm watching, I'm not looking at the StreamYard screen. I'm looking at the NASA screen.
Alex fell asleep, I think.
I wish I could. I can't pull it
this
forward.
shit is so boring at this point in time.
Sorry,
It's like,
sorry.
really,
I
are we
just want to
looking at
review this because we only saw it for a few seconds, and I can't jump forward very fast because it's such a long stream. It's 12 hours that if I move it even a little bit, it's gonna. This is playing, right?
So
It is playing. They were sitting there for a long time.
So, Mark, have you seen all the videos people talking about Trump forgot about the 9-second delay?
Yes.
Did you watch that? He did talk immediately after, but let me steelman that for the Globe side.
Yeah.
They're filming. So we're getting the feed from control room. Control room talks. We hear control room talk. 9 seconds later, the astronauts hear it. They played their part pretty well. The astronauts talk back. And then when it comes back, we hear it in real time. And Trump responds right after he hears it. That's going to be their argument, I think.
Probably.
But
Okay.
there's
So
still a gap missing in there. Go ahead. Move along.
So here's the capsule, right? And
that's real. Can't fake that.
But that's an interesting shot, isn't it?
Did it just get pixelated? I mean, it is in deep space.
But that's supposedly a real shot.
What the hell is that?
Right? The bottom looks funny.
Did you know that the dimensions, width, and height of that landing capsule is 18 inches short of the width and height of a what's that cargo plane, C-18 or whatever?
What's either the C-130 or the C-7?
Yeah, the C-130. It's 18 inches short and 18 inches short, height and width. Fits perfectly.
I don't know, call me crazy, but this shot looks odd.
One other thing that a lot of people, I don't know, maybe you guys didn't miss it, but do you guys remember the escape velocity being something like 17,500? Do you guys remember?
I remember 25,000. The 17,500 is the speed of the ISS.
Did you catch when the launch that they were up at about 1,200 miles per hour and it was already curving over? And I was like literally saying like, wait, hold on a second. Wait, what? You're going 1,200 miles an hour and you're level at 35,000 feet, which is roughly, jetliner. I just guess because like all the people that filmed it from Florida, it went up and it went flat at 1,200 miles an hour. I was like, are you guys going to increase like any speed to escape the gravity? Did you guys catch that? It was on the live thing. And I was like, you guys fucked up, dude. You need like 19 more thousand miles per hour to get the fuck off of the spinning water ball. Did you guys catch that? It's on the live thing. They were at 1,200 miles an hour at literally when it was over. It was like literally flat. And I'm like, wait, you're still going 1,200 miles an hour? I mean, you're never going to get off.
You guys, they're doing their best.
They're doing their best.
They're doing their best.
They're really
All
trying
right?
their best.
They're trying. This is a high
not.
school production. They're doing their best.
I would have not. I would have, if it was my production team, I wouldn't have brought in the stupid plushie toy. I definitely wouldn't have brought in the Nutella thing. What the hell was that about? And I definitely wouldn't have done the great shot where all four of them, where the camera, all four of them were against the wall, and the camera just wonderfully turns and pans to the window. And then
no, people are claiming. Hold on, people are claiming that's AI. That was never on a mainstream news or on a NASA site.
I was watching it
somebody
live.
did that.
I
You
was
saw
watching it
you
live.
saw that
You're
curve
saying
live.
That wasn't
We
real?
streamed it live, and the guy's like 1,200 miles an hour, and it's just like about this, it
No,
goes up.
no. I'm talking about the scene inside where they're all going yay, and the
Oh.
camera
then it
panned
turns to
over
the
to the
window?
window. Yeah,
Oh,
that,
okay.
they said that there was never on a. No one is able to find that it was on a live stream.
Wow.
And that's
If
AI.
if that's the case, then AI,
Well, here's the thing. I think they're trying to muddy the waters. They look at the stupid flat earthers. They'll believe anything. They'll blame it on us when actually it was probably them that did it. But I think that's going to backfire. If you can fool people with AI, maybe they're fooling us with AI. Maybe are those astronauts even real people?
I think they're real.
I think they're real too, but
I think
maybe.
they're real.
I mean,
No, I do think they're real, but I think they're too perfect for the role. It's the best looking crew I've seen.
Well, two of them are from Central Casting, according to Duffy, the NASA acting director. The acting director. They always make sure they say acting director.
Yeah. The you probably missed it, Dave. I showed the Orion trial by fire video on this, the whole thing before we started. I don't know if you remember that from back in the day. It was made, in 2012 or 2014. So it's 12 years old. And they were talking about this very craft, the Orion spacecraft. They even showed it with its solar panels out, and they said, "Oh yeah, we're the first one's going to be unmanned because we haven't solved the deadly radiation problem." So again, for all those people out there that say, "Oh, I'm stunned at the amount of social media people saying, oh no, the Van Allen belts aren't that deadly." It's like, really? Because NASA thinks they're deadly. In fact, they put it in a very high profile video that they did 12 years ago, but they just kind of make it up as they see fit. So that's fine.
Somebody says in chat, 25 minutes to splash down.
Right.
I'm going to use that
and by the
word
way, at this
for a
point,
lot
we
of
have
things.
no contact. Here, let me show you. It's like, why don't we show the live feed from NASA? Because that's the live feed from NASA.
Yeah.
Okay. We cut to the. You guys saw that, right? We did the capsule thing, and that capsule breakaway is still looking weird to me. I don't know what that is, but we did the capsule thing, and then it went straight to blue screen. It's like, okay, that's it. We're not going to show anymore. It was amazing how little they showed. Here, let me show you real quick here.
Well, the funny thing is they still have comms with them.
Right.
They're talking to them.
Hey, Peanut, could you get a worse microphone?
Yes.
Thank
but
you.
They're not showing
He changes
the
his
inside
microphone a
video.
lot. He's been moving around his office. I don't even know. Let me.
I want to say something really quick. All right.
Hey, Peanut, tornadoes don't make excuses for bad microphones.
Don't pick on Peanut. He has to change around his office every other day.
You know how we talk about the blue marble having fake clouds, and the Globers are like, they're not fake clouds. You're just making this up. Blah 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 blah. Right. So check. Can you put me in the big screen, or this is big enough? That's fine.
I can.
There. Justin Harvey. I had seen this a while ago. Justin Harvey pointed out again. These are directly off NASA's website. To 2001, 2007 blue marble, and it's the same clouds. Look at this line here. This big circle, right? Yeah. Line here, big circle. You got this V up here. You got the V here. You got this little nook, this little corner cut right here. There's the corner cut right there. I mean, it's the same clouds. They just turned it a little bit. This is still on NASA's website, right? Yeah. So they're faking this shit.
Oh, dude, you don't have to tell me. You know full well. I know.
Wait, you know they're faking it?
Well, yes, because I work for them. The NASA.
They're gonna clip you on that, dude.
Yeah, fine. Because I haven't said anything worse ever. The Space Center that I went to with Daniel Clark, Patricia, back in the day, where they had the Robert Simmons blue marble shot, right? The one that he made for the first iPhone back in the day. And what I don't know if you remember me telling you.
There's an interesting shot.
Where? What?
On the feed.
Really?
I don't know what it is.
That?
Well, you're not up to speed. You're not on live.
I'm not?
You're a couple of seconds behind.
Oh, yeah. What the hell's that shot?
Looks like a car wash.
What am I looking at? Okay, well, while this is going, let me tell you really fast. So if you guys don't know what the Robert Simmons blue marble shot is, the very first iPhone Earth, which they had to create from scratch in Photoshop, hence the famous quote, it's Photoshop because it has to be, because he did an audio interview. Big mistake. because they didn't have any other shots except for the Apollo 17 from 1972. That was the only blue marble shot of Earth. And so they had to create one from scratch. What was interesting was when I went to the Space Center in Houston and toured it with Patricia and the documentary team, we showed them that blue marble shot, the Robert Simmons shot, is actually inside the space shuttle that's sitting outside of, of the lobby. And we go in there and it's literally just a blown up version about the size of a poster, 24 by 36. And we're pointing at it. We're like, look, there's no caption. There's no credit for anything. It's like, look, this is the Robert Simmons blue marble shot. And you can see, I have to pick on Robert if he ever listens to this. It's like, why did you use the cloning tool so much in the Southern Hemisphere? He just cloned the clouds, clone. And they're really obvious, but nobody looks at the Southern Hemisphere. It was almost like, what, seriously, Friday, you had to go to happy hour. There was a deadline. It's like, oh, just finish it up in 5 minutes. I'll be there in a second. Don't start without me. Click, 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 click. And then he says it. What blew me away there was when they put this blue marble shot in that space shuttle. When I showed it to Daniel Clark and Caroline and the other people that were tied to it, I go, look, and Patricia and I are both pointing at it, going, look, this is literally, but because it was a NASA engineer that made it, NASA took credit for it, blew it up to poster size, put it into the space shuttle, and just passed it off as real. And the documentary team from Behind the Curve would not shoot a single frame of it, would not touch it, because we had them dead to rights. It's like, this is absolutely manufactured from minute one, and NASA is passing it off literally at a space center as a shot of Earth from space. You can go there even today. You can go to the space shuttle, you'll see it. Can't miss it. Robert Simmons shot. You'll see it. Just punch it up and then do picture identify, and Google, you'll find it. Sorry, my little rant. What are we seeing here? Where's this shot being from?
It's out a window. That's why you see the
window.
reflection.
It's
One
out.
window?
It's out
I
of
don't know.
1975
Okay,
Ford
while
truck and somewhere in southern Alabama, looking at the stars. That's what
While
it is.
we're at it, I wanted to finish the thing before David came in about the pressure, which is submarines are made out of heavy steel for a reason, to stop the pressure from the outside from crushing it. And even then, 1,000 feet with heavy steel is still a lot of stress on that submarine. This is why, by the way, submarines are not made out of aluminum. In fact, if you took a submarine and put it into a vacuum chamber, it might hold up pretty well for a while, right? And that's heavy steel. But if it was made out of, I don't know, aluminum,
Mark,
what?
Really good engineering.
That must be it. It must be symmetrically perfect. Now,
Mark, here's all you need to crush NASA. When they actually put out an ad worldwide or nationwide for an astronaut, they need one astronaut for the space station. I think there was like 4,000 or 40,000, maybe it was 40,000 applicants, and they chose Don Pettit.
Right.
End of story.
Don Pettit, who might as well be George McFly's cousin.
If he's
In fact, he could have been in the audition room for George McFly. Absolutely.
Mark, you've seen this footage, right, of the C-130?
Let me look real fast. Peanut, just keep an eye on the other thing. Yeah.
So
blow that up.
Why wouldn't they do that? What would stop them?
Oh, no.
Practice.
It's not a question of if they do it.
Dave, that's not a C-130.
Well, whatever it is,
it's a C7, right?
C-17.
C-17. So this is old. So who knows what they're doing now? But maybe they're using C-130 because they have a bigger capsule.
No. It's
C-130 is a small one with the
Okay,
and it's
C7. My bad.
The Peanut, look up the C-17 because tell me what the name of it is, because you have to use that one because it's a jet and it can go higher.
Right. And so how would anyone on the ground know? Nobody would know.
No.
And
that's
here's the question. Are astronauts in there or are they faking it? I mean, why not?
I don't think either way.
Yeah. I would like, I'm not getting in there.
Well, I mean, you could put them in there and it'd be
You
like,
could,
I mean,
but
it's not
that
that
would be a
much
hell of a ride.
It would be a hell of a ride. And once you hit the drink, you would be in panic mode. It'd be like, get us the hell out of there.
Yeah.
So you got two planes you could use. You got C-17, which is the Globe Master, or you could use the C-5, which is a really, really, really big one that can carry a couple of my tanks.
Yeah, either one. But yeah, I think it's a tough call. I mean, nowadays, I think you could convince whoever it is to get in that and hit the drink. Sure. Why not? I mean, but you could go either way. Either way, you're fine, because with a little bit of an edit cut, you could just, all right, we're now at the capsule and do it there, because there aren't any private boats, as far as I know, next to this Navy What was the boat that was out there, Peanut? Was that one of the amphibious assault things, or is that something
One
else?
of the helicopter assault ones. yeah.
Helicopter assault things.
So,
yeah.
so what are we looking at, guys? Like we're looking at like 15 minutes before we have.
Oh,
the
you
thing
want to know?
falls down into the. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Look at that.
hey, look at that.
Look at that. Whatever that walnut. It's a walnut.
I also
It's
mentioned. I mentioned this early in the show, Dave, which was, you've seen the screens where they show the whole globe just filled with satellites, just the whole thing. It looks like a scene.
Yeah,
out
how
of
come we didn't
Wall-E,
see any
right?
satellites
Yeah, and
reflecting?
not only do you not ever see any, glistening, because remember, aluminum off the sun, you're going to see little flashes here and there of satellites. But at no point does anybody ever talk about changing your trajectory or course to avoid any of these satellites from anything, and nobody ever brings it up. Oh, hey, we just, even, why not bring it up? Hey, NASA, listen to a couple of these production notes, will you? Just say, hey, you just missed it. We just saw a satellite that was off in the distance, like 50 miles. And it's like, well, we have it, because they do not want to mention it ever, because it never comes up. It's never been, no astronaut, as far as I know, has ever taken a picture of a satellite that's zoomed by at any distance whatsoever. There are too many things that are missing. I quote Max Malone: don't just look for the things that are there. Look for the things that aren't there. Look for the things that are missing that should be there. And you think they're there because you watched some sort of sci-fi movie that filled in the gaps, which is why 2001: A Space Odyssey from 1968 was the perfect movie to make and release just before 1969 and Apollo 11 supposedly landed on the moon, which reminds me of one more thing. I know I'm rambling here, but my mind is just flying at this point, which is, if Apollo was fake, and it was obviously ridiculously fake, if the entire Apollo program was fake, nothing else would have to be real. Why would you make anything real at that point? And why? You're going to get nail pinched either way. So if Apollo is fake, everything is fake along those lines. And I know there's people, it's like, well, okay, Apollo's horrible and it's fake, but you can't tell me the ISS is fake. It's like, why would the ISS be real? Why? It's like you already fooled everybody with Apollo. It's like, make some money, do some production value, shoot in a swimming pool.
Doesn't it go back to the very simple fact that you essentially, in a court of law, if we are to address the court of law, is that if you're proven a liar once, you don't get any more credibility after that, right?
Right.
Isn't that where we are?
Yes. Yeah, your credibility is, I can't remember what the rule is, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Once, what is it, the poisoned well or whatever it is, where, yeah, once you're burned, once you're caught lying, why would you ever be trusted again? I go back to what's the extreme example? Enron. You remember that back in the day? It wasn't that Enron skirted the rules and became the most corrupt oil and gas company ever in the history of oil and gas companies. It's that they convinced one of the biggest accounting firms at the time, Arthur Andersen, paid him $1 million a day to cook the books. And then once Arthur Andersen got nailed, they had to end, because their whole business model, like any accounting firm, it's on integrity, which is like accounting firms are supposed to be absolutely honest.
They really cooked the books in Building 7.
There you go. There you go. Hey, by the way, I like what you're doing with this. Is that's an airplane window?
No, this is actually the Artemis window that did never want to show you. Look, the Tesla.
Hey, I was wondering where that thing went.
Hey, so what was I going to say? Bart Sibrel. I'm like, this is going to wake Bart Sibrel up to flat Earth. Have you seen what he's saying on interviews about this? He's like, this proves that Apollo is fake, because they're doing this and that in space, and they're going around the moon, and they're not landing on the moon. And he's like, because of that proves that Apollo's fake.
He won't make the leap, will he?
He can't, because his one key piece of footage, the window.
Yeah.
If he admits Earth is flat and space is fake, then he has to admit that was fed to him.
That was also, of course, it was fed to him.
Yeah. But does he know that? Does he know that?
No, or even if he does.
I think Bart is. I think Bart is not lying.
I don't think he is either.
They're in the blackout now.
Oh, they're in the blackout now.
Why do we have a blackout?
Why?
You're so
Because
close to Earth. We had 4K footage from the moon, for Christ's sake.
Because they're in the fireball now, coming into
Well,
the
yeah, even though
they're
we
in the
didn't see,
fireball.
we didn't even see a second of that fireball.
How fast are they coming in? At 40,000 miles per hour?
No.
So there's a fireball that nobody films, including NASA. Is that true?
You can't.
Well, how do
could
we
you
know
film
it's a
it?
fireball then?
Because it's dumb.
Oh, this is supposedly a shot from what? The ground? Looking up at it? What's this a shot of? And by the way, you know what else pisses me off about when NASA does this is they don't have any captions on, with the exception of their simulation captions on the real footage. It's like, tell us, it takes 2 seconds, put a freaking prompt on the camera and tell us what you're looking at. Is it a mystery? Is that what you're hoping? That people are just going to be like, oh, it could be, and then we're going to cut back to this because that other footage is junk.
Did you see all the 33s encoded?
What, right now?
3.3 million pounds of thrust in the booster, 330 cubic feet of living space inside the capsule, 3.3 meters of capsule height, 3.3 pounds of personal items max, 3.3 pounds of water for the thrusters, Omega X33 watches they were all wearing, and Artemis 2 in gematria is 33 with simple forward, 1 is A and Z is 26. And then 33,000 pounds of thrust, and then the height of the whole thing is 322 skull and bones.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not convinced.
Okay, it's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence.
I don't know.
Coincidence, man.
I don't know.
You're right.
You're saying things, but I don't know if it's sinking in.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure.
All right. So, you ever see a boat like this? You ever been on a boat like this?
All right, hang on. I got to switch over to.
You ever been on a boat like this? It's a nice boat.
Well, I
it's
sold a boat like that after I lost on crypto, but go ahead.
Right. It's probably got 6, 7, 8 bathrooms in it, full nicer than ours, and bedrooms, and it's just amazing. 11.7 million. This house, I don't think is as nice as the boat, but it's probably got good property and views. So 19 million for that, 23 million for that, and it doesn't come with the paneling. And the technology on this toilet, you lift up that ring, you put a bag in it over the edge, like your kitchen garbage, and you put the ring down, you dump your deuce in there, then you open it up, pull the drawstring like your tie bag, your garbage bag, and then you push it down with a poop pushing stick. That's the technology. 23 million.
Humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
All the way around. Yeah. They're shitting on your head. That's what they're doing.
Look at this puppy. Look at this. Look at this. This is like one of those.
It's funny. They're speeding up.
Look at this little room. It's got 1970s paneling. This is on a spaceship.
Wait, is this supposedly a real shot? No, this is
no, that's CGI. But I'm looking at the speed. Notice it's getting faster.
By the way, I enjoy this is the only time you look in the upper hand corner. And by the way, I'm sorry that I forgot, that I did not see that visualization, which means it's not real. You're looking at a computer simulation of what they think is happening or what they want you to see. If you're going to do a computer simulation, by the way, you might actually want to show, I don't know, a little more than that, because now you're saying that the capsule is inside the giant fireball on the bottom. Sorry, David, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to show people.
No, that's all right. That's right.
And by the way, what's the speed? It's 14.
It just dropped 10,000 miles an hour.
Or am I not caught up? I'm caught up.
No, you're not.
That's weird because I'm caught up on this side. Well, that's all right. We'll catch it.
Will there be dolphins?
Oh my God, dolphins. That's my favorite narrative.
Oh, yeah. Let's take bets. Chat room. What do you think? And I should look through some of the questions in chat. We'll just keep it on this for a little while. Which is, will there be dolphins? Will there be whales? Will the people be smiling when they get out? What, are they going to have is there going to be a parade? Why would there be a parade? We've already supposedly gone to the moon and back. And I can't stress this enough. NASA, after watching this for 10 days, good luck trying to do any sort of moon landing, walking around on the moon footage without getting caught on this one. You won't be able.
They won't even give us cockpit footage during the launch or landing. Yeah. And now This is supposed to be burning up as it's coming into the atmosphere. This is a simulation. Why do they have it upside down? It's a simulation. Why is it upside down?
Yeah, good point. It looks like it. Yeah, it should be going. Okay, let's fade to black. That's fine. We spinning. Okay. God, the editing truck. Who's working in there?
But Mark,
Are they eating a
people on
burrito?
computer screens. People on computer screens. See?
Yeah, people.
People
Yeah,
on
and by the way,
computer
don't they look tense? I think that guy over there is actually nodding off. What the hell? This is the most. Okay, and this again, we're transitioning over to shot. We've changed the exposure setting. We're not going to say what it is. You know what? Let me turn up the volume on this.
Turn the closed
Do you think
caption
they
on.
went to the trouble of having all those people on computer screens like totally sectioned off, and they actually believe the data that they're seeing, that they're being fed? Remember the interview with the Apollo guy in the control room? He said we did so many simulations that when we did the real thing, we couldn't tell the difference.
Right.
Do you think that all of those people in there are fooled, or are they just actors, or is it just?
Oh no!
No,
I don't
Dave.
think I don't think most of them know anything, and I've talked about this for years. In the movie Capricorn 1, and I firmly believe they got this right. The only people that have to know are the actual telemetry guys, the guys that are feeding the telemetry to those people. Well, that's some.
Oh, you think they don't know? They're
No,
all
they
just
don't know.
logs.
Why would you tell them? The only guys that have to know are the people that the brass. If it was me, like I was a VP or whatever, I'd say, okay, high level programmers, you're going to feed the telemetry data into this system. So this control room right here can do it perfectly, because as anyone that has watched this stuff over the years, when they run simulations on these computers, the simulations are absolutely identical, supposedly, to the real thing, which begs the question, how would you even know if it was the real thing at
So
all?
when I was a kid, I remember at least one Christmas, NORAD was actually tracking Santa's sleigh. Do you think that the people in the control room at NORAD thought they were tracking Santa's
No,
sleigh?
no. And I actually ran. What was great for me though, there's a clip on my channel from years ago with Wolf Blitzer and one of the senior people at the Pentagon when they had Santa's sleigh that was being flanked by F-18 fighters, and of course it was a computer simulation, but then there were people getting mad because why does America get to escort Santa around with the fighters? But they were playing it totally straight. Absolutely freaking straight. Wolf Blitzer, because that you know the rule, which is media. No one in media can tell kids on camera that there is no Santa Claus. No offense to anybody in the chat room. And that was what they ran the whole segment. It's like, oh yeah, Santa Claus being escorted by the U.S. military.
I think if you put a picture in front of people when there's a bunch of computer screens,
Yeah.
it looks really official. Like, oh, we're tracking all this stuff. Like, I
Sure.
have 3 computer screens in front of me because it's
There
useful
they
for
are.
editing.
There it is.
Is that
By the
There
way,
we are. Oh,
we're
there-
supposedly only 3 minutes out from splashdown right now.
Oh, there it is. Look at that little guy come
There
back
we go.
in.
Where did it
How are we getting that side shot? Where are we getting that side shot from?
Yeah, good point.
From the
Where is
ground.
that side shot?
It's a drone, Dave.
Wait, it's below the
a drone.
clouds. It's below the clouds. How's it 3 minutes from the ground?
It's 3
Okay.
minutes from the ground right now.
How's it below the clouds? It would be 10 seconds from the ground,
I don't know.
right? And think about this: when that parachute comes out, how fast is it going? Does anyone know the speed?
No, because they took it off the screen.
Yeah, so the speed is thousands of miles an hour. What parachute can withstand that?
Dude, it's
And-
made of Superman silk.
And by the way, what is it made out of?
Superman
Because-
silk. Didn't you hear? Aren't you listening, Mark?
There it is. There's
Larry
the-
said
There's
it.
the little ones.
Yeah. And now,
Oh, here
where
we
did it
go.
come out of? It
Here
came
we
out of
go.
it came out of the top, right? All the
Yeah,
parachutes are
look at
packed
this.
in the top,
This is
and all
funny.
that fire didn't melt the parachutes because it's really good insulation. It's underneath the clouds for how long? Wow, how high are those clouds?
Look, he's like, look at these guys.
I know.
Wow.
We're still waiting for the main shoot.
Is somebody downloading this because they can't replay it later, can they?
Oh, it's going straight to my stream.
All right, well that's good. That's good.
So unless they whack that thing.
Oh,
Let's see how they edit
wait,
it.
Where's the big parachute?
They
It's
don't
gonna
come
hit the
out
water.
yet.
No, they only need small parachutes.
How
for
low
the,
are they? Isn't that the water right there?
I know.
Yeah.
It did seem a little
Oh,
low.
maybe they're all gonna die.
They can't hit the water at that speed. Oh, wait.
Wait, we're above the clouds again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man,
no,
there
now
was
there's
a
no
edit
clouds.
shift.
Now
Edit
there's no
shift.
clouds.
Edit shift. All right, here we go. So now we have a new view.
Yeah, now it's not nearly as
Now
dire.
all of a sudden the robot is going to let the
10,000
big
feet.
the three shoots out, and watch how fast is this going when those shoots
Oh wait,
open?
drop! Oh look, it dropped.
no,
It made
yeah.
two,
No,
it
here
made
are the
new
chutes.
parachutes.
Now
Look at
at
that.
Look at the chutes. Why don't they open?
The other shoots that didn't melt.
One of them's not
It
going to open.
looks like one of them is not going to open.
But if it's going that fast,
Oh,
those
there we
things would rip open, and that would be the end of it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, now we're.
I think it's made out of like
Okay.
styrofoam.
Now it's perfect.
Let's see what and how. Who was above them? What is flying above them at that speed and keeping up with it?
A jet.
Probably a predator.
You need like a free falling skydiver, and it would whiz right by them.
No,
Yeah, you know,
we
the
got
cam-
drones that can do that.
Let's watch for the edits because the edits are really important now because this is where they do their deceiving. Oh, there was another edit. Oh, now we're at this.
pull the prompts off the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
So we're gonna have some edits here, and this is where they always do their shit. So they're gonna edit.
Now we're changing the contrast again. I don't know why we're going in black and white other than it's artistic.
Well, that's FLIR.
Oh, is that what we're doing? We're doing.
Yeah, that's why
It's
looks so
really important for the view. Oh, now we're back to this. All right, so we're that. So like this is just gonna confuse everybody and just like
Yeah,
edit it
we're
again.
real close now. I think it was like 9 minutes past the hour that it was, or just under.
So do they have a ship
It's
down there
supposed
that's
to
waiting for them to
land
Yeah,
at
arrive?
07 Eastern.
There's an amphibious helicopter assault ship that is down there, waiting with helicopters and divers. And by the way, again, how did this non-symmetrical aluminum and lightweight alloy craft survive the vacuum of space? If you want to make it perfect against space, it would look like a tennis ball because it would have to be equal on all sides.
All right. Now,
And are those retros?
What's it firing?
Oh, the internet's
don't
gonna
know.
have fun with that.
What? Why are we firing? Why are we firing jet now? You don't want to do that next to the cables, man.
they were venting air, Mark. You're watching infrared. There.
They're venting their toilet seat.
Yeah,
is
they're
what
venting.
doing.
Yeah, they're all of that.
Really at 5,000 feet? That's what you're gonna do? I don't
And
remember this on any of the others.
Why isn't it going down?
Oh, hey, there's DJ. Hang on, DJ. I see you.
So now there's something above it.
Oh, there's a drone above it, Dave.
There's
Did I
a
miss
drone
it?
above
No,
It's
it
a
hasn't
drone.
landed yet. You're really
Oh,
close.
thanks.
The drone
okay?
moving at,
They're okay?
At,
Oh, there it is.
20
there
miles
it is.
per hour.
There it is. Look, slowing it down. Is it going to
Hey.
land?
Oh,
Wait, how's it
down
going
the
so slow?
water. Oh,
Perfect
thanks for
calm
dropping
water.
your shit in the
Okay,
water.
Bets on it.
Oh,
Dolphins
edit.
are going to show up.
Edit.
There's going to
So
be an edit
this
now.
is this right here is AI.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
glad they're
where are
okay.
the ropes? Where are the ropes? I can't see it. It's just too far away.
Okay,
And
the
who's
boat-
filming that?
The boats are going to be here in what 30
It's a
seconds.
drone, Dave.
Has-
Don't you know they have drones that can fly down from the atmosphere at the speed that they're coming in and just film it from above? Don't you know that, dude?
Well, come on. Let's be fair. The drones can zoom in and out on it.
Beautiful day. Let's color correct here. Let's change it out from
There we go.
The trolls are just going to be dancing. That was amazing. You flat earthers are cooked. Flat Earth is over.
Well,
Are you kidding me? I think this is going to quadruple the number of flat earthers in this month.
Dave, did you get any
I agree
emails over
with
the
that.
last 10 days from any trolls that sent a snippet of Artemis at all and said it's over, it's done? Did you ever?
I
get
got
any of those?
emails without snippets saying it's over, it's done. Artemis has cooked you guys, you know.
Oh, gotcha.
But I've also got emails from major news organizations
Yep.
wanting to interview me.
Hey, did you talk to the Daily Star?
I did not.
Oh, okay, just checking.
So what are we gonna get here? We're gonna get what? Is there a ship nearby that's gonna zoom up and catch them? Is that what it is? We have
Well,
a
the boats should be
helicopter
here
or-
any second because the helicopters were only a mile away.
And how did they know what the weather was going to be? You know, the ocean
Yeah.
weather is very tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially off of that particular coast. You know, for those of you who don't know, this is off of San Diego.
Is the
Oh, I
thing
didn't even know that.
There they are. See it? There are the boats.
Okay, here comes the boats. So they dropped it off of a plane with their actors inside, and so now we have.
I don't think the actors are inside. I think it's all fake. The
You think it
actors
was
are
already
like,
pre-recorded?
Well, no,
the OSHA rules won't allow that.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a
Yeah.
liability issue.
Okay,
Like,
so now we have a shot
if
of.
I was an astronaut and they asked me to, look, you got to go inside. We're going to do this to finish. I'd lean over the astronaut and go, remember Capricorn 1?
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Absolutely remember
Don't do it.
Capricorn 1.
So are
Capricorn
the-
1 actually worked really well as a warning for any astronaut that was ever thinking of even doing anything remotely funny.
Where's the capsule? Where are these boats going?
So here's these guys on the boat, on the top of the boat. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna go capture."
Where's
these
the
guys."
capsule?
Well,
It's
they're
still out
looking.
there. It's
well,
still out there in the water. They haven't even shown it.
They're looking at the. They're looking at it, and they're like,
Oh,
"We're
there
gonna
it
go
is.
Get
Over
these
there.
guys."
They're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, but they're all looking at it. They're like, "Okay, we're gonna get this thing. We're gonna get this thing that fell out of the air." And they're all like, "Oh my god, I have to do this." They're like, "Geez, if I get my paycheck, I'll get my paycheck. Then I'll just watch and do this and stand in front of the camera." So you got like 10 guys here. Who are these 10 guys? They're like,
They're the
who are
crew for the aircraft.
yeah. So they're like, we have to pretend.
I do agree that you color code people in the Navy for stuff. I do like that idea. I thought that was actually
Oh, you have to.
yeah, right. Is Capricorn 1 what? Is Capricorn 1? Sorry, I got to scroll up. I got to see this.
For Gus Grissom. Is Capricorn 1 a code word for Gus Grissom? Capricorn 1 is a movie where they faked going to Mars.
Right.
And then the ship blew up by accident.
Yeah.
And then the astronauts that weren't on the ship, they're like, well, we got to kill these guys. And they ran for their lives.
Yeah. However, they would have, the guys were already thinking of jailbreaking anyway. So in normal terms, they just you wouldn't have killed them. You would have put them somewhere in a base and said, sorry, we got to do this. You have a choice. Either we put you in a base and you don't get to go out of that base. We'll make you comfortable and you still work for us, or
you get to click. You
Yeah.
get to click. If you, if
we
you don't-
unalive you. Whatever. My channel isn't monetized. Screw you guys.
What do we have here? What is this?
So this is top down on the capsule. How are the boats not there yet?
Who's
They were
filming
6.5
this?
miles
Who's
away.
filming it? Who's filming it? So you got a drone up there or something? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
They were 6.5 miles away, so it's going to take them a minute by boat to get there.
What was the over under on dolphins?
It was like a 30%, 3-1 against.
There's going to be a bird.
Well, and you know why? Because the water's too choppy.
Yeah.
The water's too choppy for dolphins. Because you won't see them. The water has to be absolutely crystal clear, like it was during that. It was a SpaceX launch where it was like super clear, and it's like, oh look, the dolphins, like whatever.
They spliced them in from a swimming pool, just like they did in the show Flipper. There was no dolphins in the water.
Wait, somebody put 10 days of body odor and shit in that capsule. It's like,
Oh,
Yeah, and then and imagine all the hair floating around, and
Ugh,
you
makes me sick.
you're eating your little shrimp out of the bag, and then you inhale a hair, and then you vomit. Well, then
There you
what?
go.
What's the procedure for that?
and then
Dom?
it's just all flying around in zero gravity, burning
Yeah.
down all the
Don't-
circuits.
Don't get me
Doesn't-
started with the ISS. The ISS would be horrifying. It would be nightmare fuel if that thing was real. And you never see anybody cleaning anything.
That
I mean,
one
I-
dude, he did not grow a beard in 7 days. I'm like, dude, you don't get a 5 o'clock shadow? Do you not get one
You'd
of
be
those?
shaving all the time. You'd be using there's so many things wrong with the ISS, but again, people don't get it. They don't understand. But again, I'm gonna keep poking NASA a few more times. It's like, good luck, by the way, guys. Good luck. If you think you can now, because you did this, you think you can do a moon walking around on the moon, bringing a moon buggy again, doing that whole thing? No. You will never be able to pull it off. You didn't even pull off this.
Future generations are going to make fun of our generations. They just are. They're going to make fun of us. Like,
mean-
you guys really believe that someone had a
What
fucking
future
moon
generations?
buggy?
Yeah, there
I
you
don't
go.
know.
What future generation?
you had a moon buggy on the moon, and they were hitting golf balls. That's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my whole life. I'm like,
So
really?
where are the freaking boats? These guys were only a mile away. We saw the
They
boat.
were 6.5 miles away, Mark, and they were supposedly they had to make
I watched the
No,
nice,
no, I'm-
the nice
I'm reading
Asian
it.
lady. She's like, we get closer and closer, and then I could have sworn I saw 3 boats off in the distance.
What's
No.
this? What's this little thing here? Is this?
They also saying they have to clear all the toxic gases to ensure the recovery team can go there.
Oh yeah, because all the moon viruses, the moon viruses are going to get everybody.
Moon viruses, yeah. And by the way,
My
nobody
question is, why isn't the helicopter circling it to make sure everything's good?
Well, they have,
also
they have
true.
drones now.
There were 4 helicopters on that boat, and there's none of them right now. So one of them, I would imagine, is taking this shot.
Somebody said, make up our minds. Like, obviously, we don't think they were really up there for 10 days. But if they were, then this is why it's like, pay attention to what's not happening. Why don't they have to shave any stubble? What's going on with all of that? You know what I mean? Like, why can't they fake it better?
Dude, pooping in space is a big problem.
Yeah, and they look fresh as bunnies to the last day. Like, they'd be sweaty, her hair would be matted, it would be stuck to her face.
I also got something for you, David, which I don't know if you heard me say before. I came up with it recently, which was, whenever they do the live stream from the astronaut's point of view, they're always just big smiles, right? Everybody, they tell like big smiles, everybody, big smiles, right? And it's like, no, if you're in anti-gravity, you're like the vomit comet, they call it that for a reason. You are constantly nauseous. Constantly, because your stomach cannot settle. And so it's like that would be the opposite. It's like, no, you're going to be feeling miserable all the time. So
right, and how do you digest your food? Your food has to sit in your stomach in the acid, but it's floating all over the place up to your esophagus.
Oh, you would talk about I would be acid reflux.
That's why they poop out their mouth in space, Dave.
There you go.
Everybody knows
Which
that.
was a South and Park why are they letting them eat shrimp and garbage and nonsense? I mean, think how sick people would be. They would be like, you get applesauce, you get some oatmeal, you get some basic stuff, and you eat at specific times. But they're always eating and playing with their food all day long.
Now I give them pills. And by the way, how are those little balloon things on top? How did they not melt during that firestorm that we supposedly?
No, this is the old image. Mark. This is the old image from fucking the Right Stuff.
You want their excuse, Mark, and why they don't? Because there was a cover on it that those first parachutes pulled off so everything else could come out.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Flat Earth Social is just jumping on this. And DJ's sending me stuff. What am I doing? What's this? What am I looking at here, DJ?
That's a live feed that we should go to, that first one of them.
It is?
Nobody's seen yet.
Hey, look, there's the ship.
The girl? The girl that's talking about that one? You want me to pull up the girl?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this. This was a live stream that they did.
Are you sure we're talking about the same thing?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Hang on. Let me pull this off for a second. Let me remove that. And you want me to share? You want me to share that first link?
Yep.
From Caroline Haynes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Let me share it really fast. Share screen.
I just saw a bird go by for David.
There's always a bird. There's always a bird.
Yeah. Where is it? Insta.
Oh my God, the trolls in the chat. Oh my God, you guys are just like, come on, get a life.
I'm joking. How are you guys still playing Catan? Is this the same game of Catan the whole time? I just thought that like more famous people would be DMing me by now. We're going to the moon. Like I have nothing. No, I feel like he's cheating. One time I went to LA and he cheated. Now I'm on the moon. He's obviously going to cheat.
It's good. All right, I'll paste the other one.
This girl was cracking me up the whole time, but yeah, go back to the live feed of just impersonating.
Like I said, I'm posting all the pictures on my grid. So follow me and then you won't miss stuff. Who is your least favorite crew member? Oh my God, you guys are messy. I do not have a least favorite crew member. What would you do if you weren't an astronaut? Ooh, good question. Probably a podcast. What does zero gravity feel like? It's kind of like Molly. Why did you become an astronaut? Okay, this is funny, actually. I was so manic, y'all. Like,
nice. All right, let me jump.
Boats are there.
Boats are there. Oh, hang on. We gotta get back into the freaking boats. Hang on.
All right, here we go.
You also missed the birds flying over the capsule for David.
Here comes
now,
the big stage show.
Is that the whole capsule, or is there another piece still in space?
You're not live, Mark. Or
How
you're
am I
on a
not
different
live?
feed than I am. Are you on a different feed than I am?
I'm in a different feed than you
There
are.
you go.
There I am.
So the thing that they were all playing around in, is that the whole thing there, or did they leave something in
No,
space
they
to come
left-
back? They left the thing up there.
Tina was asking me about that. It's like, where's that other piece go?
Where-
It's
where
like,
does it
I don't
go?
know. It's gonna touch down in the Midwest somewhere. I'm sure it's not gonna hit any towns. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I have no idea where the other piece goes. I'm sure NASA's tracking it somewhere.
Are we going to get to see them come out of the capsule and give us a big smile? Is
Yes.
that what's
And they
gonna
can't fake
happen?
that. There's going to be no edits there.
Yes. We're
Unless
done.
they already opened the door.
Serious
That'd be
drama
great.
here.
They
I
opened the
remember
door
joke.
and it
Katy
sank.
Perry.
I don't mean to ignore chat. Let me read a couple things in chat. I'm gonna scan through here really fast to make sure I'm. There's a troll. Remember, mods. If you see any trolls, just destroy them. Do we have any mods in chat right now?
I'm in chat.
There's a ton of trolls
I
in
deleted
here.
about 30.
Oh, okay.
It's just like the apocalypse of like globe trolls in chat
Yeah.
right now. So
Well, they're coping. It's unbelievable. And then
It's-
they
the
call
cope
they
is
say that
hard.
we're coping. It's so sad.
Hey, you know what? There is a point here. It's like, shouldn't that thing have been kind of heated up when it hit the water? Shouldn't we see
Yeah.
any steam?
I'm
when that
sure.
thing hit?
No, Mark, it's really good engineering.
Oh, okay. Got it. That explains how it survived the vacuum and how it survived the Van Allen belts and how it had perfect communication through the Van Allen belts.
Can we all just take a moment here and really send out a true appreciation to NASA and all of the anti-flat earthers and for all the videos they've made? They're making flat earthers faster than we are. So I just want to say I love you all and
Yeah, keep
thank
going.
you.
And-
Thank
and
you.
going.
And no, I sent the thing on a stream, Dave, because I'll say his name. It's like, Simon Dan, you owe Dave and I a Christmas card because we made you a little chunk of money.
We did. He got like $6,000 off so far off of that video.
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
very well, and you haven't done a video like that in 6 years. So congrats.
Yeah.
But it wasn't you, my man. It was us. Good Lord. So yeah, let's hopefully he'll do one off this too. And
Here's an interesting note for you all. They're having comm problems with their sat phone.
So how are those 3 or 4 people crammed in that little thing? Look at the boat. It's way bigger than that. And there's 4 people on the boat.
To be fair, they could do it.
it'd be uncomfortable as hell. It'd be
Like
cramped.
like the clown car.
If you were claustrophobic in any way, shape, or form, you're not getting in there.
Yeah. What if you? Oh my God.
I've seen 4 people in smaller spaces, so we can't use that.
Oh wait, there's a helicopter. It has to be real.
Hey, don't forget, caps lock is a privilege. It's not a right. You don't have to caps lock your whole thing. Unless you're over like 70, in which case it's fine.
I just want to know how much these trolls are getting paid, or if they just
They're
have
they're not.
they have no life. and
I
just
think
like,
they
"Come on,
just have
guys."
demons. The demons get into these ungrounded, unspiritual, unconnected atheists, and then they just literally take them over, and they come in
Hold
here.
on, Mark, you got to put the closed caption up.
Okay. hang on
So
here.
they don't. Their sat phone. I don't know why they're using a satellite phone out there, not just a fucking radio antenna. But hey, it's not working.
We're trying a backdoor approach. Ooh, using have mission control here. Backdoor approach? Really? We're going to use we're going to use a term from War Games 1983. Really? To power down. We're going to reboot it. We're rebooting it so we can talk to them because you can't open the thing up.
Let's just take it out of the water and open the fucking door.
Navy divers can't get close because apparently there's some sort of tentacle monster that has taken hostage of all the astronauts.
Remember, you have to keep the astronauts in quarantine for at least a week after they come back from space.
Where are the
Right.
parachutes and all the straps? Are they wrapped up in the props of those boats?
Yeah, we need dolphins.
No, they
Yes,
floated to the
absolutely,
bottom to
we
catch
need
all the
frickin'
tuna.
dolphins. Wow, there's a lot of trolls in chat. I think I blame Weiss for the trolls in chat. I don't get a lot of trolls. Or I blame DJ.
I'm not seeing any trolls.
Really?
Are they just blocked for me?
I know. I blame the trolls on you.
Somebody said you guys
attract
are
trolls
so stupid by
Yeah,
just
you attract-
watching.
You attract trolls like a magnet. Okay, get rid of Soul
It's
Berserker.
because I'm Jewish.
Get him out of here. And by the way, Soul Berserker, By the way, Soul Berserker, no, I never married or had kids. Weird, right? What's also strange is I've never had a husband come up to me and say, you know, Mark, what you really missed out on with getting married. Weird. You'd think at least one of them would come put their hand on my shoulder. It's like, marriage, kid, you missed out. No, never happened. Weird. And if you're married, man,
People are getting more than they bargained for this stream, I think.
no.
This is old
And by the
advice.
way, I am so glad there was a movie. No offense to the people in our community that got married, but the movie, the Western horror movie Bone Tomahawk, when they finally addressed it in that movie, where he's going, well, I'm obviously the most intelligent man here, and they're like, how's that? And it's like, well, so the sheriff is married, blah blah blah, is married, and you're a widower, and he's going, and he goes, smart men don't get married. He just walks away. It was brilliant, freaking brilliant.
Hey, that's what my dad told me. He said, son, don't ever get married.
There you go.
And I was like, no problem, Dad.
Are these guys ever going to crawl out of this fucking thing, or is it just a big
Can
fucking
until they
ruse?
What kind of
communication.
helicopter was that, Peanut?
Black Hawk.
Thank you.
Like, I would want to get out of that thing. I don't know if I've been, 240,000 miles and be like, get me the fuck out of this thing. I want to
The
fucking swim in
helicopter-
the
No,
ocean.
if you remember history, supposedly that one astronaut opened it up and capsule sank. Remember?
Yeah, he fucked
Oh,
up, right?
God.
Yeah.
Yes, and they played that up in The Right Stuff, that the movie. What
Yep.
year's The Right Stuff was that? 83. By the way, a fantastic movie, and I think accurate in the way they recruited astronauts. But the movie ended with nobody even, barely even getting to low Earth orbit. There was no moon program, and they never did a sequel to it. And it was 3.5 hours long. It's
Hey,
crazy.
Chad had a good thing. I just read somebody like, why is this the best shot we can get? Why can't you get a drone out there and just like put it
why
right
can't you
next
get
to it?
handheld drones at this point can Bluetooth to them and hover right over this damn thing.
Dude, yeah, a DJC, whatever it is, the one we have, you can just drive it out there and just like look in the
Yeah,
windows.
because you can.
But
you can tell
no.
this is telescoping in, right? This
Yeah.
is zoomed in wherever this boat is. Oh yeah, that's better. Come on,
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys.
is this the best footage we got? Is this what we got? This is what you
Why
you
won't
can't get any
anyone-
better footage?
Okay, so tell me what the protocol is. Why can't they just pull up to it? Because
It's got space cooties.
Because it's got a self-destruct device.
Well, officially, because they can't communicate with the rescuers to tell them that it's all clear and the toxins are gone and blah blah blah.
Ooh,
blah.
space toxins.
And the space
like space
vampires
toxins.
have not. By the way, for those of you who missed it, I have done a whole bunch of AI videos on my channel. I got a whole playlist of the ISS bloopers and the moon bloopers and all the other stuff. You want to watch more entertaining crap than this? Go there eventually. What's the hey, it's a better shot. Somebody's listening.
It's
to
almost
it.
like they heard us.
Yeah.
Look,
Is that
look
thing
at,
even
it
steaming?
looks
Is
like
hot?
looks like balls on the chin
Yeah,
is what it looks like to me.
balls. Yep. Hate to say it. Why'd they have to be orange?
What do they have four?
Why didn't you make them silver?
Could have been any color.
Did you need the blinking lights?
Yes, they do. You know what those are.
I do.
So
Okay.
are they going to emerge
keep it
here?
at
Let's
night.
let's look at this Hollywood shot that's going to happen. They're going to emerge in the sunlight at dusk. Is that what's going to happen? Is that what we're looking at here? Because they haven't left yet. They're still inside of
No,
the,
it's San Diego. And the sun, when's sunset, Peanut, in what sunset in Pacific right now?
No, because sun's still up where I'm at.
Probably not.
Oh, yeah,
till
they still got time.
It's about 428. But I just don't understand. I'm just looking at this like, look at the production. Look at the weight. When are they going to emerge?
Yeah, now, by the way, now we get all sorts of different camera angles. Couldn't get crap and frame rate crap or anything while they were flying. Oh, no, but we're going to concentrate.
Wait a minute. That thing is made out of like steel that won't explode in the space vacuum. It's got 4 humans in it, and it's floating right on the top of the water like styrofoam.
Right.
Did you see how high? It's not even sinking in the water.
Oh,
How
it's
do you get?
light.
Dave,
How is it light? How come it
Dave.
has to? What?
to be fair, think of how heavy those metal ships are and they're floating.
Yeah, but the amount of body, the amount of stuff in the water that lifts it, it would sink into the water a little bit. But that shot they just showed, the bottom is barely breaking the surface.
Yeah.
Maybe it's full of helium. Maybe that's why you can't hear them. They'd be talking funny. That's a joke. For you trolls, that's
Actually,
a joke. I don't really believe that.
By the way,
that makes a lot more
the
sense.
chat room. I was thinking the same thing. Chat room. Those balloons are actually helium. That's what's keeping it up. It's like, I guess that's not bad. Well, by the way, thank you, Rob Freedom. I know it's 1:30 in the morning in the UK. I don't know what you're still doing up. In fact, why? You know what bugs me is, among a lot of things, is why most of our troll channels are British. Why? It's like,
because
why are you?
it's more convincing. The British accent, the Australian accent, it makes it sound more convincing.
But why are you defending the American space program? Why, of all the people, why are you guys doing? You don't even have.
Yeah, because we aren't defending it.
Yeah, we're not defending
we're
it.
sitting here like looking at it and we're like, this is dumb.
And
it's
retarded. I've told people, you guys have heard me say, when I ask people in other countries, I go, why do you think the Americans went to the moon? And everyone says the exact same thing. They say, because it was on television, and your media would never lie about something like that. And I just pause and I blink at them with those xylophone blink eyes. And I go, do you even know us at all? I go, we're America. We lie about all sorts of stuff. So why wouldn't we lie about this? And it's like,
They
well, because
still can't talk to them.
the what?
They still
They
trying
still
to
can't-
establish communications.
Well, that's because the alien got them. Whatever the little creepy crawly.
Okay. Here's my only question. I got to bring this out. They projected this to land exactly at the time it landed. They got all those calculations.
Yeah.
They're that good, and they can't freaking remember to put a filter in before takeoff, fix a toilet, and now they can't get simple radio communications.
That's because it's all stupid, Peanut.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just.
Or if you're Candace Owens, no offense, DJ, it's fake and gay. G-H-E-Y, gay.
I mean, they still haven't left it. They're still
They're
sitting there.
Sitting there.
Let's
Yeah,
just
they're
wait
gonna
for the
draw
big
this
reveal.
out.
The big reveal.
Fox Peanut, check to see if Fox News has already gone to commercial, because I bet you they have.
Oh, Fox.
And they keep changing. It's fine. You guys want to keep changing. All right, now we're color. Fine, we're back to the blue. I don't know why. Can't you move them in?
You know what it
closer?
is, Mark? Is they're dripping every single bit of ratings they can get out of this.
Yep.
They're like,
they
let's
are.
just wait. You guys
Just
aren't coming out
bring
of
the
this.
drone in. And as I say it, they zoom in. Okay, thank you. All right, fine. Production truck is listening. Fantastic. Keep it. No. Go. Just hover lower. Have them do a 360 around it, and take the drone at about 30 feet out, and just do a nice circle around it. Do an orbit.
Dude, if I'm pooping out of my mouth for 7 days, dude, I want out of that capsule immediately.
By the way, you guys,
I'd be
really
swimming in that ocean, dude.
You have
I just
inspired
would.
me in some ways, because I hadn't even thought about acid reflux until this stream. And it's like, oh yeah, there'd be constant acid reflux.
Constant.
Yeah, you'd have to take you'd have to basically take
How would you get the stuff to go down through your intestines?
Oof. I don't know. I don't want to know.
All right.
It'd be awful. Mark's channel is that? No, I'm not. Why? Who's actually saying that I was making money for this? No, my channel was demonetized during the pandemic. Can you guess why?
Dude, nobody's making money on YouTube.
Answer:
period.
because of the pandemic. Because I talked about it, and that's when they demonetized me. They said you can't talk about it in a criticizing way, and here we are years later. They're never going to give it back to me.
This pregnant pause is curious. So
What,
they're
this
sitting
right
out
here?
there. They're sitting out there.
There's no boats even. I mean,
There's nothing
they're
around
at a
it.
really far distance.
Look how high it's
By the way,
floating.
okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with the sci-fi angle. There's some transmissions going on. Let me color commentary. It's like, don't come in, don't get any closer. Don't. I don't know what's happened to her. Oh my god, what's one of the guys' names? Victor? It's got Victor. Oh my god, it's got Victor.
This is how every sci-fi movie kind of kicks off.
Then it turns into the end of 7. John Doe has the upper hand.
Don't. What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh my god, there's so much blood. Oh my god. And then you hear like a gurgling sound.
Oh, look, we have bubble balls here. All right, come on, give us somebody. Somebody pop out of that thing and just show
Somebody
us
made
something.
a funny comment. What if they opened the door and John F. Kennedy, Epstein, and Charlie Kirk popped out?
Ratings, dude. Ratings.
Conspiracy gold.
You guys cannot keep milking this for how much time are we gonna give them?
They want people to turn it off by now because the mission accomplished.
Yep.
Middle of
Now
mission
what are you
on
going to
the
do,
next-
flurfers? You saw the
What if they-
splashdown. How did they do that?
What if that's actually the thing? They're just going to let it play for 5 hours just to fuck us off.
They
What if
want it
that's
to
what it
get
is?
I mean,
more
the entire re-entry didn't take this long.
Wouldn't it be great if the storyline was like the hatch popped open and it sank and they all drowned? They made it around the moon, but they drowned when they got back to Earth.
Hey, you know what? that was part of the right stuff theme, which was that those guys hadn't got out of the capsule fast enough, they would have drowned. They would have gone down with it. By the way, you know what I see in this shot? A nice flat horizon. Yeah.
That's because
Yeah.
yours is so big, Mark. You're a microbe on a basketball.
Oh,
Come on, Mark.
no.
You're on a basketball.
I was not. Hey, I should show you this really fast. Who the hell are those guys?
I hope Katy Perry pops out. That's what I want.
Oh, look, what do we have here? We have a little trail of, what is it, Navy SEALs rolling. Oh, there's a helicopter. There's a helicopter.
So my brother-in-law, we'll come back to this in 1 second. So my brother-in-law gave me a couple globes, and I pulled them off the spindles, and I took Stefan's glow-in-the-dark flat earther stickers, and I put them on.
Oh, nice.
So if I'm ever showing this to somebody on the news or some sort of podcast, eventually they're going to run into a flat earther sticker. How's
You
that?
know,
Nice.
you're going to get clipped. You're going to get clipped like shit on that, right?
Where are
This
the
is Mark's Super
parachutes?
Bowl.
Parachutes don't sink.
I guess these ones do.
Oh, they're sinking parachutes. My bad.
Well, they
Sinking
probably
parachutes.
would. They're probably steel cables, right?
So then where are the cables from the top of the capsule draping over the side to the sunken parachutes?
They jettison them, you watch, they
Oh
disconnect.
yeah. By the way, hey, you know what? All caps. I'm gonna take it back. Thank you, Chunky, for doing all caps because I wouldn't have noticed it. And that doesn't mean everybody should go into all caps. Why aren't we doing any sort of transmission at all, even a video feed from the inside of the capsule? Are all communications down?
Because it's fake and gay.
Yes.
Sorry, DJ, but it's
So
fake
that's
and
it.
gay.
I mean, so even though we are literally point blank from these guys,
Yeah. They have iPhones. Are they doing selfies and posting on Instagram right now?
Wouldn't you be like, dude, we just landed in the ocean. We just went around the moon. Hey guys, I'm back home. This is
There's
great.
no cell towers out there.
There's nothing. Look at this. Now we got some choppers.
yeah,
Ooh, some
yeah, so
choppers.
so the inside, all of them are on their phones. It's like, you getting a signal? I'm not getting anything. Not getting anything.
Like one guy's like, I need to take a shit.
I got like
really have to
zero
take a shit.
bars. Freaking Verizon, you piece of crap. Just mashing on stuff.
Isn't there a woman in there? There's a woman in there too.
Yeah.
She's like, I need to clean it. I just need to clean it. I've been up there for a long time. Get me out of here. She would just jump off in the ocean and just get this thing. Let's just go. Let's go for a swim. That's what I want to do. Let's go for a swim. I'm back on the
by the way,
ye
I
old
think
planet
you got-
Earth.
What
I
if the
think I got
four of us were in a minivan for 10 days? You know what happened? 3 of us would be dead.
Yeah, because I'd be like, "Fuck you! You fucking farted every single time for the last mile, and like whatever." And they're
Alex,
up there.
I'm sorry, buddy, but you'd be dead within 24 hours.
Yeah, you would. And by the way, that's yet another reason I was telling the kids at that high school today. It's like Mars is never going to happen for a bunch of reasons. One being the fuel thing, but the other part would be the trip. The trip would be horrible. And don't give me this crap about cryo sleep or any of that other stuff. It's like, no. You're going to have to tour bus it. You're going to be in there going nuts.
Dude, as a touring musician, I can tell you all the shit comes out in the van, even across, just the United States. You get sick of everybody around you within the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You just, and you want to compound that into a capsule. You're going to hate everything in front of your face within
but
the first hour.
I have
You're
to
going to
comment-
hate it.
I have to comment Samarin because he has a hearing problem. Goes to high school. No, I was talking to a high school via video chat. No, they're not. They wouldn't bring me in on campus. David's done the same thing. David, how many interviews? You've lost count of how many school interviews you've had, right?
I do like 12 a semester now.
There you go. And how many campuses have you actually been invited to show up in person?
0.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird. It's this loophole. They will bring you in video chat. and they say, hey, maybe you can come and visit. It's like, you know what? Talk to the administration. Let me know what they say.
Yeah, some schools wanted me to come into the school, and I'm like, go talk to your principal first.
Yep. They won't. The principal's like, so.
I was like, listen, you're a nice guy. I don't want to get you in trouble. Just go talk, you know. And then I actually had a conference call with the principal, with the science department.
Yeah.
And they're like, they wanted me to come in, principal too, but the principal comes back and he goes, no, we can't do it. We can't do it.
Yeah, somebody said from up range, they were like, yeah, maybe you don't want to do this.
I gotta take off. I gotta go.
All right.
I'm a little hungry. I have a craving for some Nutella right now. I gotta go.
Funny. All right, man. Thank you.
Bye, Dave.
Right. See you guys later.
Right.
Cheers.
By the way, the somebody in chat was, if anyone wants to moderate, please knock people off. I was saying, that fuel and electricity. That I'm picking on the little thing. It's like, no, tell me what fuel you would use, what fuel system would use to get to Mars and back. Even if you could get there, which you can't, it's a one-way trip. There is nothing you can do once you land to come back. Not to mention the little things like the solar system is flying at 500,000 miles an hour sideways. So when you get to a gravity null point, you just get lost and the solar system moves forward without you.
They haven't challenged the vacuum issue, and that's one of the most difficult things in, I guess, the natural world to understand, is that a vacuum is there's nothing there. Yeah. There's nothing to push off of. Yeah. That's the big bugger. And like a lot of people just can't get their arms around that. It's like, what is a vacuum? I don't know what a vacuum is. It's like, it's the absence of anything.
Oh, I think they got Jeff Bezos to open the door.
Why do you keep...
Oh, here we go.
All right. Are we so how much time you want to give them?
Well, they're going to open a little inflatable front porch.
I think they're going to fuck with us for as long as they can, because they know we're watching.
I've already been going, hour 40.
So how much time do you want to let them?
I don't know. I'll give them another 10. How's that? Because even when we get them back on the boat, and that's gonna take a while, they're gonna be put in quarantine. I still can't believe Mark says he goes to high school to sleep. What? Somebody get rid of Samarin for me. Is there a mod in chat? Take him out of here. Or if I have to,
if you're gonna troll, just troll better.
Like
the trolls are just not even good trolls. They're just
it's a terrible troll.
If you're smart,
and by the way, your bigger question is, why do teachers allow me to speak with their students? Ooh, that's kind of a big one. I get to do some of the same classes every year. I've done one high school, I think 4 years in a row now. Dave's got some, and we're on the syllabus. That's my favorite part. Behind the curve is it's required viewing. Uh-oh. Think you can combat that? I doubt it. Oh, come on, guys.
Is that a Navy SEAL raft there? Let's see what we got going on here.
No.
We got
it's obviously Delta Force and the ghost of Chuck Norris. And Elvis. Pirates. Oh, that would be awesome. Well, actually, modern day pirates would make it really interesting. Like have some Somali boats jump in there.
Somali pirates.
Just blow the hatch already. Just blow the hatch, guys. They're not going to do it because they want to just stretch.
She's got to fix her hair before she comes out.
That is
good point,
sexist, Peanut.
And get the makeup on. It's like Patricia. It's going to be good.
The question though is, I hadn't thought about, which is
like
considering that thing was a ball of fire. No steam when it hits the water, and that capsule should have been, you know what happens to metal when you cool it down too quick.
Dude, at 40,000 miles an hour, that thing should be an oil slick.
20,000 miles an hour, Jesus.
It should be an oil slick. There should be no human beings inside of it. It's just dumb. This is retarded. And there's balls on top of it.
Are they saying anything? I've got captions turned on, don't I?
Yeah, they're not saying nothing.
They're not saying so. We're just going to have silent video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, they're watching to see what the hell.
Again, nothing from the inside of the
trying
craft.
to figure out what those arm things those boat guys have. What the hell are they holding?
Those are for the space vampires.
Are they taking selfies? Are those selfie sticks?
You got to put it around their neck. You don't want to bite you. You got to keep them at a distance. It's like a cattle prod. You've seen it.
I think they're selfie sticks.
I saw them in The Walking Dead. They work really well. Absolutely no damage from the re-entry. Yeah, where's the damage? I actually
just blow the hatch already.
That is just shiny,
so stupid.
Shiny.
Blow
crap.
the fucking hatch. Blow it. Oh, another edit. Another edit here.
Wait, is the last outlaw a troll? Do we have somebody called the last outlaw in there? At least, you know, I will give them some credit. At least they didn't land it on the dirt like they've been doing with different things. Well, like the Katy Perry launch. At least they didn't
But
do
that
that.
wasn't coming down as fast.
Well, come on. When this thing hit the water, it was supposedly only doing like 20 miles an hour. And the Katy Perry thing, even though they said they had retros at the last second, not really.
Dude,
buying
none of
that.
those shots actually made any sense. They had one boat around it, and then they zoom in, they cut, and then they have 8 boats around it, and they're still not doing anything. They're not doing anything. Like there's that cut, and then the other
crew
cut.
has to open the. They're calling it a front porch.
You're talking like
They're actually saying they have to erect the front porch. It's a inflatable
shields. One active mode whistle. What?
You notice how that this long script, which like they basically have to read, like the people in headquarters read it. Like, this is why we do this. This is why we might have a fake alien inside of it, and we have these protocols, and rah 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 rah. And like, just open the fucking hatch, bitches. Open it. They won't.
Oh, hey Carol, do you want to be a moderator? Hang on, I'll make you a moderator right now. 1 second. Sorry, I can't make you a moderator inside StreamYard. I got to make it into. 1 sec. Oh,
To be fair, at this point, I'd have just attached some chains to the damn thing and dragged it back to the big.
Carol, say something in chat so I can make you a moderator. Otherwise, I have to scroll up and find you. Where are you? It's Carol with a K. It's Carol with a K. That's what you are now.
There's your chopper again.
Okay.
They want to make sure that
you
know there's a chopper looking at it.
Standard. Okay, if that's you, Carol.
How about just open the fucking capsule? Just open it. Not that big of a deal. Just fucking open it and give your big waves and smiles. Just do it. Just do it. Not that
I have
hard.
2 channels. She says, "Okay, thank you, Carol. Appreciate that."
You're not gonna get like moon viruses. Just open the capsule and say hello.
Give me the production truck. You just pop the hatch, a single tentacle comes out and just whacks one of those rafts in half. It would be awesome.
They're milking the fucking shit out of this.
They are. Okay, I'll give them a few more minutes, and then I appreciate the 500 people that are showing up in chat, but we gotta close this thing out.
I don't need to watch this anymore. It's just garbage anyway. So
it's all right. So anyway, let's recap a little bit. If you want, you can of course go to the NASA live stream and go back 12 hours and look at all sorts of fun stuff. Multiple things, no stars in space ever. Doesn't matter what cameras they use under what settings, they're never going to show stars during a live. And it's like, oh, well, I saw stars during a still shot. It's like, that's because it's a still shot and you can do anything you want with one of those. The capsule being lightweight, and you know how lightweight it is because it's sitting really, I mean, pick on David if you want, but it is sitting right on top of the water. It's really, really light. So put that in a vacuum chamber. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I came up with a new test. Artemis has inspired me. So you remember I had the spacesuit test, which is, put me in a spacesuit and put me in a vacuum chamber.
Yeah.
Put me in a capsule, any capsule, going back to the 60s, and pressurize it to 14 pounds per square inch and put it in a vacuum chamber, and I put a spacesuit on me, and then pull the switch and tell me how that capsule survives as well. Because it'd be like, why can't you just do the capsule without you? It's because I don't trust them, because you just open up the windows in the capsule and the capsule would be just fine. So I'd want to be in the capsule when it happens. Mark, I'll explain to you why you can see stars in the still shot. It's very simple. Actually, you might even understand it. Yeah, it's called Photoshop. It's been around for 20 something years. That's why. Show me in the video, clown. Show me in the video why. Remember, our cameras are top notch, especially NASA cameras. Tweak the settings and show me the spectrum. And don't tell me you can't do it with infrared, ultraviolet, or some sort of predator vision. You can make it anything you want. But they never ever do. 10 days, not 10 hours, 10 days. Never, doesn't matter what angle you're pointing at. And by the way, when you get to the dark side of the moon, when you're in the moon shadow, you absolutely could flip it around without doing anything and see a whole bunch of stars. Never ever happened. Van Allen radiation belts, tell me exactly what shielding stops all the radiation from the Van Allen belts. Never ever happens. Tell me about the communications array, which means tell me what's powering the communications to go 250,000 miles through the Van Allen radiation belts with perfect clarity and perfect two-way.
Well, they touched it.
That's wonderful. Super wonderful.
Oh, they have an attachment. Ooh, big deal. And they'll have another script that runs another hour. The SEALs will deliver the thing back to the
Tell me
ship.
why you can't see stars in the photos, because it's all bullshit. Yeah. Are
Hey,
you coming to the
and
meetup
to all the
meet-
trolls and all the trolls, just like, come on, man. There's a lot better things to get up to. Dude.
As we're winding down, I will go to any meetup, but you got to fly me out and get me a couch to sit on or to sleep on when I go out there. I don't care if it's a hotel, but you got to fly me out because I'm up near Seattle. So if my name is not in the meetup title, I am not going to be at that meetup. I'm just promoting it, but I put the offer out to, and sometimes I go, sometimes I don't. I used to go to Utah with some of their meetups. Mark thinks the dark side of the moon is actually dark. Mark's an absolute idiot. The dark side of the moon is called dark because when you're on the other side of it, yes, when the sun is on the other side, yes, there is a dark side, but no, I don't think it's literal all the time.
Also, Jay, when you have like 5 numbers past your name, we already know who you are. So just suck it.
One more thing to troll, which I would love. Okay, let me end the stream with this because we got to wind this thing down. Which is, my name's Mark Sargent. That's my real name. There's my real address on my channel, my phone number, and all that. What's your name? No troll will ever put their name in chat. It's really weird.
Never.
Why won't they? That's Alex Lowry. That's DJ Curious. That's Peanut. But we're hiding his identity because, well, he's X things. Can't talk about him. He's actually has a legit reason for being secret.
Yeah, because he's a peanut.
There you go. He's a peanut.
All you trolls, welcome to the great fuck off of heliocentrism, and welcome.
Let me wind up with this. We'll be talking about artists more during Strange World coming up and Strange Lounge, which will be after that this week. This is the end of the 10-day Odyssey. Enjoy it, NASA fanboys, because this is the best you are ever going to get in your lifetimes. It took 54 years to get this. 54 years, probably older than you have been alive to get this far. If you think you're going to be driving moon buggies around in the next 2 years, you are dreaming, and you are never, ever, ever, hang on, wait for it, ever going to Mars. Ever.
Ever.
Because
ever.
It's never, ever. It's
Ooh,
never,
that hurts,
ever
doesn't
happen.
it? It hurts. It
Burn.
hurts.
You're not. You're just not. It's not ever going to happen. They tried with this, and do not forget, sorry, last thing. The only reason we're even seeing this at all is because it's America 250. That's it. That's the only reason they even bothered to do it this year, because everyone's like, oh, America dominance, America go team, America F yeah.
Wait, are we really not going to see them open up the hatch? Come on.
No, you're not.
Dude,
they're gonna wipe this for the next 5 hours, DJ.
Yeah,
Just
no,
let
I'm not.
that go.
We don't even have community. Remember, I've got subtitles on, and holy smokes, subtitles finally showed up. Continuing to watch. Yeah, we're not gonna initiate. No, we'll wait. We'll cover this on Tuesday. We'll in a couple days. We'll cover what happens with the astronauts, because remember, they're going to be doing the press conference. They're going to be doing some sort of parade.
Wait, what's the shot?
Wait.
Wait.
Oh wait, what are we?
What's happening?
Oh, look
Wait.
at this shot. Look at this shot.
Nothing.
This is the worst lighting ever.
I know. It's like real.
Fly the
my
drone
God,
on the
it's
other side
horrible.
so we can get the glare on the right. Oh my God.
Yeah. There's no cameras on the
They don't
boats.
want us to see anything.
There's no cameras on the boats.
pathetic.
Seriously.
By the way, is the wind coming up?
I'm trying to figure
no,
out
now
now
it's
it's
I
different feeds.
Oh my God.
There's no GoPros on there. They just can show exactly.
What if they
what's
really
going
were
on.
stuck in there and needing air, and it's like,
What if they were like, I really
Into
need
the-
to take a shit. Get me the fuck out of this
I'm
thing.
sure.
They have a toilet on there. Wait, never mind.
That's because a face hugger came out of the toilet, and he's got 2 of them right now. And the other 2 are trying to pry him off. It's a nightmare in there. It's a horror movie.
This is their quickest recovery that we could do in this situation. Are you kidding me?
Earth is flat, people. I'll
They just
see you
got
later.
30
All right,
times
that's
the
it. That's
speed
it.
of sound,
We're out of here. You know,
25,000
we're
miles
leaving.
an hour.
I'll always leave the people wanting more. I'm going to sign off for now. DJ and I and Peanut, we will be covering the astronaut follow-up after this, because it's going to take them freaking forever. I'm going to.
Wait,
Oh,
what did
they attached the
tow
boat.
this thing in? What
Yeah.
do they do?
I don't know. We'll do this offline. I'm gonna kill the stream. All right. Thank you, everybody. Remember to check out Strange World on Tuesday and Strange Lounge on Tuesday night. And all my contact information is out there in every video, including this one. So
Wait,
bye everybody.
wait.
Nope. And